Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Handmade by April. I'm April. In this video, I will be showing you how to make this super cute crop top. The materials that you're going to need for this project are going to be a pair of scissors, a needle to weave in your ends, a 5mm hook, and your yarn. I am using Red Heart yarn. To begin, you are going to create a slip knot. Insert your hook into the slip knot and pull it tight. And then you are going to make a chain that starts from a quarter of your back around to your front and then around to the other side about a quarter of the way to your back again. Now that you have your chains, I have made about 80 of them. You are going to chain one, insert your hook into the second stitch, and then yarn over, pull through, then yarn over and pull through both loops. That is a single crochet, and you will just continue single crocheting all the way down your row. So again, a single crochet is insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, insert or yarn over and pull through both loops. Now that you've reached the end of your row, you will chain one, turn your work, then you are going to single crochet again, and you are going to continue making single crochet rows until you get the coverage that you want. So I did a total of 4 rows. It's going to be pretty cropped, but that's how I want it. So now you are going to start decreasing, and to decrease you are going to chain one, insert your hook into the first stitch, yarn over, pull through, then insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over and pull through so that you have 3 loops on your hook. Then you are going to yarn over and pull through all 3 loops, just like that. Then you are just going to continue to single crochet all the way across until you get to your last 2 stitches, and you're going to decrease again. I'll show you how to do that when I get down there. So now that you have 2 stitches left, you will insert your hook into the first stitch, yarn over, pull through, insert your hook into the last stitch, yarn over, pull through. You got 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, and pull through all 3 loops. You are going to continue to do that row, continue to decrease until you've reached the middle of your chest. So chain 1, turn your work, insert your hook into the first stitch, yarn over, pull through, insert your hook into the second stitch, yarn over, pull through. So you got 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. See how it's decreasing? It's going on an angle. You're just going to continue doing that till the middle of your chest. This is what your project should be looking like so far, how it's on the angle and the angle. So now you are going to fold your project in half, like so, and you are going to mark the middle stitch. If you chained an even number, then you are going to mark the 2 middle stitches. And if you chained an odd number, then you are just going to chain the middle stitch. I did 81 chains, so I'm just going to mark 1, and that's the middle stitch. So you are going to put your hook back in, chain 1, you will decrease, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. And continue single crocheting until you get to the stitch just before the one you have your marker in, so this one. So now that you've arrived at your stitch marker, you are going to, if you had an even number, you are going to chain 2. If you had an odd number, you are going to chain 1. So make your chain or chains. And then after your stitch marker, you will insert your hook into the next stitch. So in even, you skip 1 stitch, or even you skip 2 stitches, odd you skip 1 stitch. And then you will just continue to single crochet with a decreased stitch at the end. There are 2 stitches left, so insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, insert your hook into the last stitch, yarn over, pull through, then yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. Chain 1, turn your work, and now you are going to, this is your chain, so you are going to mark the stitch before your chain, and you are going to mark the stitch after your chain, just like that. And then you are going to do your decrease stitch. So insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. Now continue single crocheting until you reach your new stitch marker spot. Now that you've reached your stitch marker, you will chain 1 for this spot. You're going to chain 1 for the chain 1 before, then you're going to chain 1 for this last stitch, and then you will insert your hook and continue to single crochet right after your last stitch marker, and continue to the last 2 stitches and do your decrease stitch. And now you are going to move your stitch markers. Here is your chain. You're going to mark the stitch before your chain, and you're going to mark the stitch after your chain, just like that. Then you are going to chain 1, turn your work, make your decrease stitch, and then continue to single crochet until you reach your stitch marker. Now that you've reached your stitch marker, you will make a chain for the stitch, and then you are going to chain 3 for the chain that you did before. If you have the even number, you are going to chain 1 more, so you're going to chain 5, and then you will make a chain for that stitch, and then you will insert your hook into the stitch after your stitch marker and make a single crochet. You are going to continue with this pattern until you've reached the amount of coverage that you want. So you'll mark these 2 stitches, and then the next row you will chain 2 more than the previous row, and then continue, and I'll show you where to go after that. So this is what your project is going to be looking like, just like this. How it goes up. Now from here you are going to cut your yarn and then tie it off. Then you will take your yarn again and you are going to make a chain. This is what is going to be tying it in the back. So make sure you have it long enough so that you can make that bow in the back. I am going to chain 50. Now that you have your chain, you will go to the side, and in the bottom you will insert your hook into that stitch and make a slip stitch, and then you will chain one and then put a single crochet into every row along the side until you get up here. And now you are going to make a chain to tie it around your neck. I am going to make a chain of 40. Now you are going to cut and tie off your yarn. And then for the other side, you are going to start with the neck. So however many you chained right here, chain that up again. So I'm going to chain 40. Now that you have your chain, you are going to go to this top stitch, insert your hook, make a single crochet, and then continue to single crochet into every row. Once you've reached the bottom, you are going to make the number of chains that you made for the back on the other side. So I'm going to make a chain of 50. Now you are going to cut and tie off your yarn, and then this is what your project should look like. If you have any questions or anything, just leave it down in the comment section below and I will answer them. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.